So, really all starts with understanding the success of the F-16. Today, there's, up to this point in time, 4,600 approximately F-16s that have been ordered and procured by air forces around the world. There's 3,200 of them that continue to fly right now. They're in 25 countries, and so many of those countries are here in the Middle East. And as time has gone on, many of those countries have come back to Lockheed Martin, to the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. government, and said, hey, we would like to procure additional F-16s. And so we see that happening now with respect to Bahrain. Just 3 weeks ago at the Bahrain International Defense Expo, the Bahraini Defense Forces announced to the world, they held a press conference and announced to the world their intent to procure more F-16s. And so we're proud to, and honored to be a part of that program. The governments are in discussion right now. We expect that program to be moving forward very soon. But this is just a testimony to the growing capability, the continuous process of adding technology into the F-16. And so what Bahrain represents then is the 15th customer and the 56th time 15 customers have returned for more F-16s. And the reason for that, obviously, is because we continue to make the F-16 better. We add new technologies, we add new capabilities. And so as I look around the world, I look in the Middle East, I look in Central Europe, I look in Southeast Asia, all around the world, the future of the F-16 is very bright. We have many of those countries, many customers that have expressed a strong interest in new production aircraft, and many of the existing 25 countries that are flying their F-16s that are expressing a strong interest in upgrading them with these latest technologies. So the last of those, you may have noticed, recent congressional notification back in the United States for an upgrade program for Greece. That Greece upgrade program represents the fourth customer who will have done the latest technology upgrade to their F-16s. That technology includes an APG-83 AESA radar, what we call AESA radar. It's an active electronically scanned array radar, so it has a wide angle that it can see a field of regard both across on the horizon and vertically. And it's a new mission computers and new displays inside the cockpit and new capabilities and new sensors that are bringing massive amounts of data into the cockpit. And so as time goes on, the F-16 continually gets refreshed, and customers have continually come back to procure more F-16s. That continues to be a strong strategy for us because the technologies that we're gleaning and developing on F-35, we're now able to roll those technologies back into the F-16.
Okay, as you said, intentions. Bahrain government has shown intention to buy more, to have more F-16 in their fleet.
Yes.
Indian government, Indian Air Force wants more F-16 in their fleet. Here's the intentions. What Lockheed Martin does in this period, which is intention and signing the deal.
So the timing is really completely up to the Indian Air Force and to the acquisition process in India. Lockheed Martin is here to help with that. We have been in conversations with...
You have been in constantly touch during that period, isn't it? From the intentions and signing the deal, when you lock the deal and that's done.
So we'll stay in touch with the government, with the Indian Air Force, and the thing is, we really do desire to get started as quickly as possible in moving the production line into India. I believe that's good for the Indian Air Force and the Indian industry, our partnership with Tata. I believe it's good for the price of the F-16. I believe it will strengthen the market demand around the world because as we bring production into India, I believe it will drive down the cost of the F-16, and so the demand's going to grow. And so the sooner we get started with that, then the more work we can provide to the Indian industry because, as I said before, there's several countries right now across Central Europe, Middle East, Mediterranean, and Southeast Asia where we are having conversations about new production aircraft. And we know those production opportunities, many of them will ultimately lead to programs and sales and the production of the aircraft. What we don't know is where we're going to build those aircraft. We'll either build them in Greenville, South Carolina, or India will accept the F-16, select the F-16, and we can build those aircraft in India.